The Gecko form skill is a wonderful option for anyone who enjoys both Gecko Engage and Gecko Chat bot privileges. To get started, let's go to bots, let's go to skills, and let's click create skill in the top right hand corner, and let's choose Gecko form. Now what we can first do is give this an internal title. Students will never see this, but it's a good way for you to denote what it's called. We'll call this the Gecko form skill because I'm really not creative. Gecko form, goodness me. All over the place. Skill tags is likewise a way of denoting, for example, who this belongs to, which team owns it, but is never seen by students. Where things get really interesting is this next field, where we tell Gecko which form it should pick. Now, in addition to having an engage and a chat instance, it's really important that you have an integration set up. So make sure, if you're not sure, go to settings, integrations, and if on the Gecko engage card there's a manage button, then great, it means you can go ahead with this. If that button says set up, then it means this connection isn't created, so nothing will happen when you click here. This account, however, is set up correctly, which means when I click from this drop down, I see all of the available forms that exist on my account. And if I click, for example, the Academy bot skill, I can come over to my Gecko Engage account and see that these are the different fields that exist on the form. I can then tell the student effectively which data I want to be captured by the bot. We can see all of those fields that exist on the form right here. Now it's good to know that there are some fields such as hidden fields or organization fields, matrix fields, repeatable fields that will not appear in the bot, but all of the other ones are valid. Any exceptions are printed very clearly at the bottom where we'll say, sorry, this field isn't supported on the bot. The way that the skill will work is when triggered, the student will get a confirmation message saying, hey, do you want to continue to the Gecko form skill, yes or no? The reason we ask this question at the beginning is that the student will be locked into filling in the form once they hit yes. So if they decide halfway through, oh, wouldn't it be great to ask about what's on the lunch menu, the bot won't be able to do that. It is focusing, it has tunnel vision on filling in the form until that's complete. So we first have a confirmation message that says, do you want to progress with this? We can then, it'll then jump into the fields where basically we take whatever the name is of the field on Gecko, so level of study, what is your level of study, and these can be fully customized. So instead of saying what is your full name, we can say super to meet you, what's your name, for example. So you can customize these, you can play around with these, you can throw emojis in and make it a really personable way of capturing this information. Once all of this information has been captured, you're left with the exit message, which is the final message that the bot says in this skill. And once the skill has been completed and the exit message has been printed, the student can go back to asking about absolutely anything. So let's go ahead and add this into a skill. I'm just going to go and hit save. And we're going to add this into an answer. In fact, we'll create a brand new answer. We'll call this the Gecko form skill. Gecko form skill. And we'll tell Gecko that the skill we want to use is the Gecko form skill. Now I'm going to hit retrain and pause momentarily. Okay, that training is complete. So let's see this in action. So we'll say Gecko form skill. So we get that yes, no question. If we say no, we can just continue speaking with the bot as normal. But if we say yes, that locks us into capturing the information. And then we go through the form. And the lovely thing about this is any fields that have validation, such as email or telephone, can only accept that validation. You may be thinking, well, why should I use a Gecko form skill instead of a data capture skill? What's the point in doing this? Well, the benefits are really tremendous. Firstly, any fields or existings or integration options that are existing on your forms will trigger. Effectively, what's happening is the bot is filling in this form on the student's behalf, which means in addition to those integrations and options, you're going to have every single workflow that exists on Engage triggering as soon as this form submission comes in, which lets you do some very fiendishly clever things.